Hello everyone and welcome back to another tutorial. As always, my name is Santiago. I'm very glad that you're back here seeing another tutorial. This is video number 4 regarding this amazing software called OpenArt. I'm gonna be making one more tutorial video regarding this software, so there are gonna be 5 total videos. If you're new to the channel, I really invite you to subscribe to this channel so you can check out all of the previous tutorials that we have uploaded from all the different softwares we've talked about and this specific software called OpenArt. In the previous videos we were checking out some of the functionalities that the software has to offer. As its name implies, this software is aimed at creating artistic images. So in the previous videos we created some characters, we created and stylized some different images, we even created some manga and anime images using the prompt function that the software has to offer. I'm using one of the paid plans, so I have some credits for me to use in these tutorials. You could always use the free version as well, but if you want to use one of the paid plans, there are some affiliate links on the description box down below for you to use. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to upload a reference pose for one of your characters. If you have a character that you want to be posing exactly as another image that you saw somewhere else and you want your character to be posing that way, you can upload a reference image and you can play around with the settings so you can get the best image possible for you to use in your projects. So without further ado, I'm gonna make my face disappear so you can see my screen much better. So see you guys at the end. This is the homepage as always. Once again, if you haven't checked out the previous tutorials, I really invite you to do so you can get familiarized with how the software works. For this tutorial, we're gonna go back once again to the characters tab. In one of the previous videos, we created a character uploading different images. I'm gonna click on this character once again. I'm gonna use it for this tutorial once again. And as I was just telling you a moment ago, you can upload referenced images or you can prompt the software if you want to change your character poses. These are some of the images that we created in the previous videos. This is the character that we created, this man with the mustache. So what we're gonna be doing today is changing its poses using an image as a reference. I'm gonna click right here on prompt and reference. On the left, we have these different options right here. We could write the prompt that we want to use for our character. This character name is character 1, so we have its name right here. If we delete it, the software doesn't know who the character is, so we always need to be referencing the character that we're using. You could switch characters if you have more than one created in this tab right here, or you could pick from the character library as well that the software has already uploaded. I'm gonna be using this one as I was telling you just a second ago, and I'm gonna upload an image using this option right here on the left that says image to image. If we click right here, we can click or drag an image. I'm gonna be using this character right here. This is a character that I downloaded from the free website called Freepik. These are free of copyright images. You can find a bunch of images on that webpage as well. And I have downloaded 4 different poses. I'm gonna be using this one with the guy waving. So I'm just gonna click on open. And once we've uploaded the image, we can click on this option that says generate. The software is gonna create a prompt based on the image that we're uploading. This would be the prompt that the software created. Once again, we have to reference the character that we wanna use. So it says a cheerful young man steps forward with a friendly wave, exuding a relaxed and approachable vibe, and it just describes the image that we've just uploaded. We can select the number of images that we want to create. I'm gonna leave it in 2 to begin with. And with this option right here that says weight, we can pick the conditioning scale of the image. That is how much the final image is gonna be similar to the image that we've uploaded. You can pick from 0 to 1.2. I'm gonna leave it in the middle as a starter so we can see the differences of the images created. I'm just gonna click on this option right here that says create, and let's see what the software does with the reference image and the character that we created in a previous video. So let's check out the first one. This is the character that the software created. It imitated the pose very well. It changed a bit the clothing. In the original image, the character had a shirt. Now this is a t-shirt. And this is the other one. It changed the facial expressions a bit, but is mostly the same, using the character that we had originally with his hairdo and all the other stuff. If we change the weight all the way down to 0. Let's see what the software creates. Now the software gets a bit more creative. Let's say it changes a bit how the face is created. The style of the image is very much changed, and it is the same as with this other picture. The animation is much different than the original picture and the original character that we were using, because the weight is all the way to 0, so the final image doesn't adhere that much to the reference image that we've uploaded or to the character that we're using. Now let's go all the way to 1.2. The image should be very similar to the reference that we've uploaded. So if we check the image that the software created, is gonna be almost identical to the reference image that we've uploaded and to the character that we're using. This is the character that we were using in the previous video. As you see, he has a mustache and he has this hairdo, and on this image that we picked with conditioning of 1.2, the character has the mustache, has the hairdo as well, but it has the clothing and the pose of the reference image that we uploaded. And we have this other option right here that is toggled on that says preserve key features. Now let's see what the software does when we don't use that key feature. If we click on create using a 0.8 conditioning number, we can see what the software does. Now it didn't preserve the key features of the original character. As you see, the mustache is gone and the hairdo is a bit different, but it is using the same pose that we uploaded as a reference. This one is much the same. It changed the head pose a bit, but most of the other elements are similar. Let's change the image. Let's delete that one and choose another one, another pose. Now let's pick this other image. Let's delete this prompt and let's click on generate once again, so the software can create the prompt using this other reference image. These are some other options that we can toggle and play around with. This is the prompt adherence that we can use, how much the software adheres to the prompt that we have written down and to the reference image that we have. Let's leave it with this number right now and see what the software creates, and then we'll toggle it a bit and see what changes if we move it up and down. So this is the new pose that the software is using. The description reads, a young man stands animatedly gesturing with his right hand, his expressions conveying surprise or excitement. And that is exactly what the software created using the character model that we had used in the beginning. And we have the specific details of the image right here. Now let's toggle the prompt adherence a bit more. If we turn it down to 2, we can create the image once again and see what the software does. These are the new images. We can see some subtle changes. For example, in this previous image, the hand was raised like this, and on these new images, the hands are a bit different. The gestures are much different. The character right here is kind of waving, and this one has some fingers up in the air, but it's not the exact same pose that we uploaded as a reference. And if we go all the way to 20 with prompt adherence, let's see what the software does. This is the final image that the software created. The character is now looking towards us in a straight manner. The hands are a bit different, as you see right there. And this is the other one. This is the most accurate regarding the character model that we're using. And right here you can choose the upscale model if you want to edit the image further. For example, you can make it 4 times as large. If you want to use it, let's say, on a printing scenario, the software is going to upscale it so you can download it in much bigger dimensions. And all in all, you can play around with all of these different settings, with the weight, with the preserve key features option, with the prompts, and with the adherence, so you can get the specific pose that you want your character to be doing. That is pretty much how you play around with the character posing creation tool. It is really useful because you can upload an image as a reference, or you can upload a prompt using an image as well for the software to use. I really hope this tutorial was helpful for you guys. Once again, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I really invite you to do so you don't miss out any of these tutorials. And once again as well, if you want to use some of the paid plans that I show in these videos, there are some affiliate links on the description box for you to use. I want to read all of your comments. I want to hear from you guys if you have checked out the previous tutorials, and if you haven't, I really invite you to do so. And without further ado, I'll see you on the next tutorial. Bye bye.